So it's obviously been a while. I'm in between terms right now. I've got about a month until my next term of school, and I thought that I would make a little update video about how graduate school is going. Been in graduate school for a little over a year now. I'm on track to graduate in August of 2025, so I've got 3 terms left. And I'm just going to tell you guys about my experience and if I think that you should go to graduate school, so stick around for that information. I am getting my Master's of Science in Human-Computer Interaction and User Experience, and I'm specializing in artificial intelligence and machine learning. And why I decided to get my master's degree is honestly, it's just a personal choice. I love the academic world, and I really wanted to get formal education in a space that I'm really passionate about. I also really wanted to focus on more of the scientific and data-focused side of UX and UX strategy, since those are more my strengths. If you're new to this channel, I'm not the best visual designer. I've definitely improved over the years, and it's a 2025 goal of mine to really improve in visual design, but that's not what I'm going to school for. I'm really going to school for like the human-computer interaction part of the degree. I thought about it for a while. I knew that I wanted to get my master's degree, but I wanted to make sure I had a year of experience as a UX designer before even applying to a program. So I started last year, but I got hired as a UX designer in 2021. So I took a year, and then I chose a program, decided what skills and specialties I really wanted to work on, and applied, got in, and then I started the following years. I didn't want to take that leap of the incredible financial and time commitment that getting a master's degree is when you're working full time. I didn't go into it lightly. So the classes that I've been taking so far, I have written down here. I started with information innovation through design thinking, designing with data, prototyping the user experience, human-computer interaction, and accessible and inclusive design. Those are all core classes for my main degree, which is HCI and UX. And I will be taking social and collaborative computing and understanding users, which is a user experience research course. I'll be taking those next term, and those are my last 2 core requirements for the degree. And alongside my degree, I will also be getting a certification in applied artificial intelligence and machine learning, which is a field that I'm super interested in. And the AI and machine learning courses that I've taken so far are human AI interaction, which was incredible course. Introduction to programming, applied artificial intelligence, and applications of machine learning, which kicked my ass, but I ended with a good grade. All of those, except for the human AI interaction course, were elective courses under the applied artificial intelligence and machine learning specialty. The human AI interaction course was actually part of my core HCI and UX classes, which I'm really happy about, that anybody getting this degree has to take that because I really do think it is the future. In order to get my certification, I have to take 2 more classes under that specialization, and that might change based on what becomes available or if the classes that I want to take are unavailable. So after this coming term, for the last 2 terms, I'll be taking explainable AI, which I think is going to be super important. I can't wait to take this class. I think it's going to be really important for me as a UX designer to understand explainable AI and how to apply that to models. And then I'll also be taking a quantitative foundations of data science course. It goes more into like linear algebra, calculus, the math side of data science and machine learning. And the reason I want to take that is because it's foundational information for actually building machine learning models. And I want to understand that so that way I can have conversations with machine learning engineers down the line. And I know that I wouldn't learn that stuff on my own, so I'm like, let me just take a class in it. So I will be taking those classes over my last 2 terms, so one at a time, alongside my capstone, which is essentially like a project that is a culmination of everything I've learned throughout the degree. And I'm really excited for that as well. And I think that taking those last 2 classes alongside my capstone is going to be really beneficial because I definitely want to do something AI or machine learning related for my capstone. So taking explainable AI at the same time I think is going to be awesome. And I can't wait to get started on that project, but that's not till the spring. So I'm sure this is the part of the video that you guys care more about, which is, do I think that grad school will help you get a job versus something like a boot camp? And if you're new to this channel, I did a boot camp to make a career switch from marketing into UX design. And I would say that it depends. I don't think that a master's degree is necessary for a career change. I'm obviously proof of that. I'm of the opinion that you should get a master's degree when you already have some working experience, because it's just such a big commitment. And as someone who's been a part of choosing designers to hire, a master's degree really isn't going to make a difference. I can't speak for recruiters and the resume scanners and stuff like that, that they might look for keywords with some sort of formal education relating to fine arts or something like that. But I have not seen any job descriptions for UX designer that requires or even requests a master's degree. So do with that what you will. So as someone who has done both a boot camp and a master's program at this point, I would say that a boot camp gives you more applicable, actionable information and resources, and you come out of it with more projects in a less amount of time and probably for less money, while a master's degree more goes into like theories and methods, and you might come out with like one project from your capstone, but that's after at least probably 2 years of doing your master's program. So it's up to you. Again, it's a personal decision. I don't think getting a master's degree would hurt your chances of getting a job if it's something that you really want to do. I would just say go for it, but make sure that you are getting projects in. So for every class you take, if you start a project and it's like a part of the UX design process, expand it to be the full design process. So that way you have, with each class you take, you have another project for your portfolio. However, I will say that if you're trying to go into something like UX research, which is more of a scientific field, you might need your master's degree for that. We're going through this with my husband right now. He's trying to make a career change into data science, and we realized a boot camp was not going to cut it for something in the science field. So now he is going to attend school to get his master's. And if you're trying to move into something more scientific like that, like user research, you might have to get your master's degree. I don't think a boot camp will cut it for that. So to wrap up this portion of the video, do I think that a master's degree will help you get a job? I don't think it will help you get a job more than a boot camp will. Again, I don't know how these resume scanners work. I would say start with a boot camp if you're torn. Start with a boot camp, really get your hands dirty with some projects. And if you're not having any luck in your job search and you really are convinced that education is the reason why, which I personally don't see that. You see people make career changes with a boot camp all the time. Then I suppose at that point you might want to get your master's, but in my opinion, there's probably a different issue. I don't think schooling would be it. So would I recommend that you go to grad school? So in my opinion, grad school is for diving deeper into a topic that you're already interested in a field that you're already interested in or related to. This is how I felt before I got my degree, and it's validated even more while I'm getting my degree. I don't think that if I had went from getting my bachelor's, doing marketing, and then going right into grad school for UX design, I don't think I would have gotten the right amount of information to successfully transition into becoming a UX designer. I think that my boot camp had more concentrated information about like, these are the things that UX designers do, and this is how you do it, and these are projects that you can follow, and these are mentors that you can have, and you're going to end with multiple projects and enough information to continue your own education in the real world and continue to do projects on your own. My master's degree, and again, I'm only doing this one program, other programs might be completely different. This is just my opinion and my experience. Take it with a grain of salt. College, even at the master's level, is a lot of theory. It's a lot of learning about methods, but not really applying it, especially when you're in something like a quarter system like I am. So we've only got these classes for like 11 weeks. That's a lot of information to jam pack into a class. So you're sort of getting like fragments of information, which me, as someone who's already a UX designer, I'm sort of just like fortifying that information and learning new methods, learning new theory, getting access to resources that will help me bolster my career that I already have. If you're coming in with no UX experience at all, I don't think a master's program is the place to learn. I would suggest doing a boot camp or like a Coursera course or something like that, at least to get started. People who are in careers like computer science, particularly front-end development, people who are graphic designers or have some sort of fine arts background or web design or whatever, who are like pretty close to the UX field, I would say that you could probably get your master's and have a pretty successful time getting hired because you have relevant experience. But for people who are switching from, like I said, I came from marketing and I know nothing about web design, nothing about UX design. I think I would have failed to get a job after my master's, and then I would have kind of thrown away time and money because I probably would have had to do a boot camp anyway. So as I said before, my advice, if you're torn, you don't know what to do, I would do boot camp. I would get your hands dirty with projects, and then maybe do masters as like a last resort if you're really desperate. But I don't think that's the way for most people who are trying to break into the field. Ultimately, if you have the time, money, and passion, and you really want to go to grad school, that's a personal decision. Like I said, I don't think it's going to hurt you in your job search, but if you're working full-time and feel like you could go part-time to grad school, you love formal education, which I totally understand, I think that's fine. I think if you're doing a total career change, you're not going to get all the information you need, and you're going to have to do some independent study outside of that. That is my opinion. Like I said, I'm only going based off of this one program that I'm doing, so do your own research. Don't trust a random person on YouTube to guide your career for you. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and if you decide you do want to do a boot camp, of course I always have discount links in the description that will get you some money off of those boot camps. Let me know if you're in grad school or if you're having trouble deciding. I know I definitely had trouble deciding, and I hope that you guys found this video helpful. So it's good to be back. I'm going to be trying to make some more videos, probably just record a bunch while I'm on break and release them throughout the year. So yeah, really appreciate you guys. As always, leave comments about what you guys want to hear about when it comes to the UX design field, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.